Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5 down low.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fall. It's Fournier on the wing. Clock at 6. The tray drills the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Fournier in the corner. The three ball. Unable to get that one. 4-on-3 break. And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day. Yeah, he's just a confident shooter from a three-point range, even with the D hovering near him.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. To the middle.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Outside Fournier. Shoots the three. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Shields. His three-pointer's off the mark. Pass to Papanikolaou, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Inside. Here's Vezenkov. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Bolmaro trains the three-pointer.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Vezenkov. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Takes the three. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 9.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Offline with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Outside Fournier. Fires for 3. Pass to Vezenkov. Sinks the triple. Vezenkov's got 7 points.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Mirotic the screen. Shields. The offensive rebound. Lets the three fly. Good on the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Offensive rebound. Fall can't hit.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Shields. And no good on the last second attempt this time. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up 6. And we'll be back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
On the wing, Brooks. No good on the 3. Evans feeling it out a bit. Out to the right wing. Peters kicks to Dorsey. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to McCormick.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Here's Peters. Still yet to score. Here's Dorsey. Down low. Peters misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Quizair. Gets a very good look and converts. And here's Evans. There's the drive. An easy 2 points on the layup. Evans has got his second basket of the game.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Intercepted. And the shot is good. Evans has got 6.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes. Fires the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. To the inside. Here's Peters. Still scoreless.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Fires from deep. Back to Evans. Lets it go with a 3. Stolen by Brooks. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. And you take a look at this home team. They're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top 3.
When you look at this visiting team, they weren't supposed to be this good. I mean, people have now started to accept that they're a real factor in how this season will ultimately play out.
Dorsey in the post. 6 to shoot. Peters misses.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Puts up a deep three. Shoots. Brooks with no one around. Cans it from downtown. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brooks has gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Evans outside. And that one is good. Evans has got 8 here in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
40 seconds left in the first half. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Beyond the arc. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 6.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Gozer. They set the screen. Inside, McCormick. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And the first half is now in the books. Up 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to...
And now it's time to bring up. That'll do it for our show.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Papanikolaou. There's the 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Pushing it up. They've got 4. And it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 6. Sinks the three-pointer.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Outside Fournier. Puts up a deep 3. Here's the break. From deep. Palmaro's shot is off. With his first shot attempt, tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Vezenkov. Fall passes to Papanikolaou. Takes a 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Makes it off the glass.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 at the start of the second half.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Three-pointer nailed from three-point land. He's got 6.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Pass to Balmoro. Fader on the way. Hits it from three-point range. Balmoro's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Vezenkov. He has 7. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And the shot goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Here's Balmoro. He's guarded by Fournier. All alone. Balmoro's shot is off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
From the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Fournier's got 6 here in this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Fall. Here's Vezenkov. Offensive rebound. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
And the layup is good. Vezenkov's got 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's the triple. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Fournier's shot is off. And they're running. Shields. Off target from outside. And they've got time, Greg, to chip away at this lead.
Yeah, still lots of time, but they have to play smart if they want to erase this deficit. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Covered by Evans. Over to the wing. Shields. Off target from three-point range.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Evans outside. And he gets it to go. He's got 10. A 3 for Mirotic. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 15. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's Evans missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
Balmoro, the pass to Mirotic. Three-pointer. No good that time.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Launches a 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And here's Evans outside. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. The three to the wing right side. Pass to Peters. This one for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Peters has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Shields. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 1 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now Dorsey. 6 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. There's the screen. Shields buries it from three-point range.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Good on the three-point shot. Dorsey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
From outside the arc, Peters grabs the miss.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. A 3 for Mirotic. And that one is off.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Evans dishes to Dorsey. For 3. No good that time. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Here's the screen. 4 on the clock. Shields connects from three-point range.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Evans. The layup off target. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Pass to Mirotic. Can't connect from long distance. Here's Dorsey. 15 seconds left in the fourth. And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability.
Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brown can't hit. Here's Mirotic, defended by Brown. They get it back. Lays it up and banks it in.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
There's a screen from behind the arc. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
From outside the arc. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's James on the wing. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And a miss there on the triple. Defended by Brown. 4-3. Sends it home from three-point land. He has 6.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
For 3, James. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
It's scooped up. From outside, off the mark. Knocked loose. In transition. He shoots it. And there's the screen. Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
With the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Oh, he can't sink it. He's 0 for 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
There's a screen. James passes to Korkmaz. Out to James. The three is up. No luck on that one. Over to the left wing. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Gets the three ball to go.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Sinks it from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Mirotic. Fires the three. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Now, here is James. Still without a bucket. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one from long range.
Talk about the range. I mean, he's got amazing feel from that distance. Woo.
And slam dunk by James.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Here's the three. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Shoots. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Here's Matajunas. He drops it from range.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Pass to Brooks. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot, no good.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Corneli. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. 6 to shoot. Akobo. Three-pointer, no good. Lets it fly. And he buries his first look.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Akobo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. No good on the triple.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Puts up a three. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
From deep. Hits a three-pointer.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
They set the screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Offensive rebound. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
The rebound by Diallo. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The lead now cut to single digits.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
From downtown, on target from range.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Akobo. 5 points in the game. Here's the pick. Lets the three fly. Diallo, that one's good. Diallo's got 5 points in the quarter.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. They stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
The rebound by Corneli.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
1:06 left in the second quarter. Akobo gets the bucket.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Three-pointer. Drops in the three. He's got 5.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From the arc. Oh, it's stolen. Here's the break. The three is up. It's not going to go for him. That'll do it for the first half. Leading by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
They've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
Let's shift gears now and thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Korkmaz. Yet to see a basket for 3. No luck on that one. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown. 21 points in the game.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Balmaro. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside, Brown. Fires from deep. He's off on that one.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Fires the three. To the left side wing. Launches it. Can't hit that one.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them. And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Launches the three.
They've been struggling to find success from distance here in the second half.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Sinks the tray.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
And here are the latest power rankings. A good picture of how these teams have played coming into February. They've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
When I look at this visiting team, they've really found their identity as a team, managing to establish themselves as serious contenders. And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
And there's a pick. The 3 ball. No good that time.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Oh, a really deep 3 that time.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
James passes to Brown. Back to James. Takes the 3. That shot off.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Oh, got that one up quick. He's got 26.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Here's Korkmaz. He's scoreless. And here's Brown for 3. Hits the trifecta.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the third quarter. Drills it from deep.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter.
Man, hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. No good from outside. James outside. The 3. No good there. 55 seconds left in the third. Fires away from... Oh, wow! Are you kidding me?
Oh, from long range.
Goodness.
What a shot.
To halt the run. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Give him 8. There's 42 seconds left in the third. From deep 3-point land, the long-distance 3 is buried.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Pass to Korkmaz. Lets it go from deep. And that one's good. James has got 5 points in the quarter. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Now Brown fires for 3. Tipped. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. There's a screen. Jacks up a three. Pure from three-point range.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
To the middle. Fades back. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
For three, Diallo. Counted from distance. Diallo's gone 3 of 4 from three-point land so far. Brooks outside. To the inside. Out left to the wing. There's the three. The rebound by Corneli.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
To the paint. Here's Montejunas. Can't cash it in from close range.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
They set a pick. Knocks down the long J.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Diallo. Shakes him. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Three-pointer. Intercepted. And here's the fast break. And the three off target. From deep three-point land. They get the rebound. Takes a three. That one no good.
Old team foul. Number 7. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's a Kobo. They set the pick. Puts up a deep three. That shot is off. Knocks down the triple.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Pass to Corneli. Here's a Kobo. Clock at 6. The three. Misses again. Just 4 for 10 from the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Brooks fires for three. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball, most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
Pass to McCormick. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Fires the three. The rebound by Corneli. Here's a Kobo to win the cold spell. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
3.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter here. Covered by Diallo. Here's McCormick. The rebound by Diallo. Jacks up a three. Missed it. 4 for 7 so far in this one. Fires from way outside. The rebound by Corneli. Diallo on the wing. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Korkmaz, passing game out there with James. Then there's Brown, and it's Papagiannis in at the center, locking down the middle. Up and in on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Pass to Papanikolaou. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Papagiannis. We play just over a minute here in the first. Back to Brown. Here's Wasengame. On the wing, James. Brown sends a screen for James. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Papanikolaou, the pass to Fournier. Launches it. And the basket by Wasengame.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Vezenkov. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Papagiannis kicks to James. They swipe it. Pulls up. And he gets the bucket. Pass to Papagiannis. To the left side wing. Here's Wasengame, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Papanikolaou, the pass to Fournier, lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Papagiannis. James looking it over. Pass to Papagiannis. The 3. It doesn't go for him. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Here's Vezenkov. Knocks down the 3 ball.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Papagiannis. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Papagiannis has got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Driving inside. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Here's Wasengame. He's guarded by Fournier. Game, the pass to Brown, and Brown throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Vezenkov. Puts up a deep three from beyond the arc and then some. 6 points for him. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, James. Jacks up a three. Fall with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
.32 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
James outside for the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 points.
Here's Vezenkov. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Brown deciding where to go with it. Gets it off. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 8. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
They've got Corniche, and it's Papagiannis in at the point. Evans outside. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Here's Peters. Cans the shot from the wing. Peters has got his first points of the night. And here is Moniunas. Pass to Diallo. Here's the three. Peters grabs the miss. Finished off the break.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got his first basket.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Evans feeling it out a bit. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Milutino, and that one is hammered home.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's Kalathis. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Pass to Dorsey. Evans outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Peters misses. Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. There's a good screen. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Here's a Kobo. And the three off target. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fires the three, and he's good on the three ball. He's got 7.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Calathis. There's a screen by Modiunas. Takes a 3. Akobo. That's good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Dorsey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Cornish. Modiunas kicks to Diallo. Modiunas, that's a screen for Diallo. Modiunas finds Diallo. Off target with his 3.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Peters has got 5 points so far.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Akobo.
Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Cornish. After Okobo. Here's the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Okobo's got his second basket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Dorsey, that's good.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Diallo, the pass to Okobo. Back to Diallo. Stripped away. And he makes good on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. They lead by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Their trouble is defending the arc. It's got to be a team effort. Just one breakdown, that's all it takes to give up 1 3.
I love playing these types of...
And that is it for half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the power forward. Here's Fall. Hasn't made one yet. They get the rebound. Right side Fournier. For the tie. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. There's Brown with the 3. The shot comes out.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Passing game, the pass to Korkmaz. Lock at 6. Pass to Papagiannis. On the wing, James. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Up top, Brown. Basket counts. Brown's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And finally, someone scored.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Bucket is good.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
James kicks to Papagiannis. Misses the three. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Vezenkov. 6 points for him. Pass to Papanikolaou. For the lead. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
James with it. Defended now by Fournier. Back to James. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Drills it from outside. Papanikolaou's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Papanikolaou's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Passing game, the pass to Papagiannis. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Papagiannis has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Outside Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. Pulls it from 20. Fournier's shot is off.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
James covering, and that one good. He's got 8.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
52 seconds left to play here in the third. Traps in the tray.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So it's the visitors now. It's a 1-point game. Diallo kicks to Papagiannis. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Papagiannis has got 8 points. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Okobo looking over the floor. Six to shoot. The 3 ball. Misses the tray. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sport. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Diallo out there at Corniche, and it's Moniunas in at the center position. They set the pick. Here's a Kobo from outside off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's Evans on the wing. Here's Milutinov. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
No good on the free throw.
Milan taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
The way this passes to Maniutis. Offensive rebound. On Friday, then on Thursday. Now here's Evans. Pass to Peters. From past the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 6 assists here tonight.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's a Kobo. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Evans up top. Here's Peters. It's intercepted. Here's a Kobo. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Kobo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
There's the killer two-handed slam. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game. And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Pass to Peters. Now here's Evans. Tight defense on him. And it's denied.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
At the line for the team, number 94, Evan Fournier.
Here's a Kobo. The 3. Fournier pulls it down. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. No good with the triple. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Evans against Diallo. Pass to Corniche. 5 on the clock. Out to the wing. Here's a Kobo. A 3-pointer, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more 3-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Offensive rebound. Here's Milutinov. Evans outside. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. To the middle. Stolen away. And stolen by Fournier. Evans attacking. Good on the bucket.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
A Kobo, the pass to Maniutis. And the jam by Maniutis.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Diallo against Fournier. Good.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
There's the three. It falls. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And Fournier not going to back down.
Right wing. Fournier's the pass to Okobo. And he drives in. He can't get that one to fall. Diallo against Fournier. Pass to Dorsey. To take the lead. Count it!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Here's Diallo. Money!
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. They could win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is...
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. 5 on the clock. Here's Vezinkov. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Outside Fournier. Fires from deep. Nails it from 3.
Well, he's got the green light for shots like that. Give him some room and let it rip.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Papanikolaou. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 5 points in the game.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Here's Balmaro. Fournier covering. Off target with the open look.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Buries it from 3.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the looky light from 3 and capitalized.
On the wing, Fournier. And it's off from 3-point range. For 3. It's hauled in by Fall. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Right side, Fournier. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Balmaro. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Fall. Tipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
There's the drive. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
There's the triple. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 8 points now.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Here's Papanikolaou. He's got 5. Puts it up. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Drains the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets it to go. Fournier's got 5 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
They set the pick. Pass to Mirotic. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Up 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
There's a screen. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And here's the fast break. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. 6 points for him.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. And Dorsey gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
From the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
The 3. McCormick with the rebound. Here's the break. Sinks it from distance.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Dorsey. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Let's go with a 3. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The 3 is up. Another shot. And he lays it in.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Three-pointer. He missed there. His first misfire in 5 tries. Takes it inside, and he jams it home with authority.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Oh, drains the 19-footer.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
To the wing on the left. Connects from downtown. Dorsey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that shot.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Line for 1.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Out to the wing. Here's Evans. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Counted from distance. He's got 15.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, You cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
And Dorsey gets it to go. Dorsey's got 7 points.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
There's 45 seconds left in the second. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time. Here's Evans. Brooks defending. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Evans has got 6 in the quarter. Evans has gone 1 for 2 from deep. There's the 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Off the mark there with a 3. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
We've turned into a league dominated by wings. You need guys like him, players who can...
And let's jump back now to our featured game. What a tight one so far for the visiting team. Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pass to Balmaro. Launches a 3. On target from range.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
It's stolen away. Deflects the pass. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
That 3's off the mark. On the wing, Fournier. 5 points in the game. He drops it from range. Fournier's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attack.
Pass to Mirotic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. No, 4 for 9 from the floor now.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Drops in the layup for 2. He has 7.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Buries it from 3.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Here's Vezenkov. Drives to the hoop. And they pick up 2. Vezenkov's got 5.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident. He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Fournier for 3. On the wing, Fournier. For the tie. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Fournier's got 2 of his 6 threes to go. No coverage that time.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Vezinkov. He's got 5. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And they're on the break. Three-pointer in transition. Give him 20.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
From deep. Knocks it down from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. On the wing, Fournier. For 3. They get it again. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezinkov. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. Vezinkov's got 11 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
No one covering.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter here, and the shot goes in.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Here's Balmaro. Here he goes. To the left wing. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Lets it go from deep. Fournier with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The 3 ball drains the triple. Fournier's got 6 here in the quarter.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
And there's the screen. Off target from three-point range.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish.
That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Leading by 1. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Going inside, and he converts the layup. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Outside for Brooks. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Give him 23.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Pass to McCormick. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. McCormick's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Here's Peters. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Hits That's the trifecta.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Brooks from outside. That one is off. Here's Evans. Brooks defending. Puts up a three. The shot won't fall. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Fires the three. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Evans. Driving to the basket. That one's good for two.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
First personal foul. First.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Off target with the three.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Evans. Here's Peters. 6 on the shot clock. Offline with a three. Pass to Mirotic. Takes a three. Fires in the triple. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
To the wing on the left. Launches it. Evans, that's good.
This is rapid fire. Back-to-back triples. Momentum swinging wildly.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Knocks it loose. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Here's the three. He buries it from three. Brooks has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we're going to have a jump ball.
You two. That's a jump ball.
Pass to Fournier. From outside the arc. Second chance shot. Oh, he nails it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Mirotic. Down low. Clock at 4. The fader. That shot, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Evans. Brooks defending. The shot by Evans, no good.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game. The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
And so the road team gets the W in this one with the
Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Fabianas kicks to Korkmaz. Sinks the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Mirotic the screen. From the arc. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
James outside. The quick look, no good that time. For the three, buries the long-range jumper. 6 points for him.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Papagiannis. Puts up a three. Passing game, the pass to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 6. James right side. That one's good from the corner.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. From deep. Here's Beaumont. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. James outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. With the shot. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down. Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Papagiannis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Papagiannis is gone. 1 of 3 shooting so far. Shields. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 11.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
The drive by James, and James throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Boston. Here's Brown with the 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Shields. That 3 off the mark. Brown feeling it out a bit. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. There's the pick. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Shields bangs home the trifecta.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Korkmaz. Pass to James. Back to Korkmaz. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Both teams will make substitutions. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Now here's Diallo. 6 on the shot clock. Latrey hits it from three-point range. And that'll tie this game up. There's a screen from outside the arc. Corniche with the rebound. Puts up a deep three. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
You've got Diallo, and it's Maniunas in its center.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Lets it go with a three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the three ball here in the second quarter.
And that's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Ball stolen. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the three ball. Brooks has got 6 here in this quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction. Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Here's a Kobo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Kobo's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Pass to McCormick. Brooks feeling it out a bit.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Out left to the wing. On the wing, Brooks. This one for 3. They get it back. Here's Cozier. Nothing on the board. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Will it go? Drains the three-pointer. Diallo's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's a Kobo. Back to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets. And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. Ron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 to 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David. That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. 1:11 left to play here in the half. Eunice grabs the miss.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Diallo. He's guarded closely. Back to Eunice. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Eunice has got 6.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second.
Oh, goodness gracious.
About that finish.
Oof, wow.
"17 seconds left in the first half of the game. Diallo kicks to Eunice. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. And no good. Got it up. He doesn't hit that one. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. Trust me, I know. They should strengthen it.
Wait a minute. I can't get the image up.
Now it's time to check in. That'll do it for our show.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. They've got James on out there with Korkmaz, and it's passing game in at the 2. Pass to Balmoro. Six to shoot. Shields. A 3-pointer off the mark. Here's Papagiannis. Kept alive. Brown outside. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Balmoro. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Balmoro's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 3-pointer. Good on the triple.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Outside, James. Out to the right wing. Here's Papagiannis. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Papagiannis has got 9 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Really left alone that time. 17 points in the game.
Ever since halftime, they played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Drills the 3-pointer.
Their third 3-pointer in a row.
James in the high post. Mirotic is there. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Off target on the outside leaner.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
And the dunk by Brown.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Shields. Launches it. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
James has a two-pointer, and he gets the jumper to drop.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
James has gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Fires away from outside. That's tipped, and he recovers it. They set the pick. Brown wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Brown's gone 1 of 4 so far. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Shields. He's covered by Brown for 3. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
On the wing, James. 6 points for him.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. And there it is for him.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Brown against Mirotic. James looking it over. Great look there, but off target.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. That shot off the mark. Mirotic with it. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 16. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's a Kobo in at the shooting guard position. Buries it from 3-point range.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Kalathis. Brooks covering. They set the pick. Fires from the wing. And he hits the jump shot.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Launches a 3. Here's McCormick. And that one, good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined.
Oh!
My goodness.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Here's a Kobo, and the 3 ball is good.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually. Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
The three. Corniche with the rebound.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Akobo, the pass to Moniunas. And the jam by Moniunas.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Down low. And the basket by Corniche. Corniche has got his first bucket of the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And they recover.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Coathis. No good from outside.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Akobo, the pass to Moniunas. Diallo with it. Pass to Akobo.
Away team foul. Number 7. First personal foul. First team foul.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Cozier. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Lets it go from deep. Diallo, no good. A fader. Misses off the right iron.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Moniunas. Here's Coathis. No good on the triple. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. Just 4 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here's Diallo. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They came in here and took care of business like they...
It's Thursday afternoon, and we've got basketball on the agenda. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. James, outside. Pass to Brown. Back to James. He's off on the layup. Here's Vazinkov. Just 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Ali.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Thank you for that, Ali. Now here's Fournier. From downtown, Korkmaz pulls it in. James outside. Fournier covering. He shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Vazinkov. And there's the drive. And that one drops.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Launches the three. Gets the 3 ball to go. 5 points in the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And there's a pick. Count it.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
No good on the 3.
Yeah, that's a shame, because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
For 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
James deciding where to go with it. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Pass to Vazinkov. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Puts up a three. The rebound by Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Still no points. Here's Vezenkov. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the three. Pure from three-point range. Vezenkov's got 9.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Fournier with the bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
James outside. And here's Brown for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Fall. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Here's the pick. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Leading. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Here's Akobo. Clock at 6. That one drops for him.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Off target at the rim. Here's Kalathis. Here's Matajunas. Pass to Cornelie. Here's Matajunas. From the arc. Kept alive. Right wing. Here's Akobo. Misses the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Dorsey gets it to go.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Now here's Diallo. Tight defense on him. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. Pulls it in from the elbow. The rebound by Cornelie.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Akobo gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Evans. No made baskets yet. It's blocked. And here comes the break. Here's Akobo. Hits the three-pointer.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Pass to Evans. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. From outside the arc. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Here's Kalathis. Diallo outside.
Away team foul. Number 76. 7. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. Here's a Kobo. Drops in the 3. He's got 10.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Evans. 1:52 left in the half. Knocks down the triple.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Kalathis. No points so far. Fires from deep. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Pass to Evans. 1:19 left to play in the first half of basketball. 5 to shoot. From the stripe. Buries the jump shot. Evans has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And yep, it's good. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Here's Dorsey. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3. Here's Matajunas. Diallo outside. Unloads. And he drains the quick shot. 34 seconds left in the second period. Here's Evans. 5 points in the game. Out to the right wing. The rebound by Diallo. They set the pick. Launches it. Here's Cornelie. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks, as always, for watching.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. James passes to Brown. Knocks down the long J. Brown's got 6.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Vezinkov. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. James outside. Into the lane. And the layup falls. He has 7.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Vezinkov. He's got 9. The three-pointer off the mark. Fournier covering. And he gets that one.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Check by James. Here's Papanikolaou. Shot to stop the run.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul.
A score here would build the lead to double digits.
Yeah, they seem very much in control.
Pass to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 5. The 3. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
Outside Fournier. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
The drive by Brown. And the jam by Brown.
No fooling around right there, B.A. He just gets to the rim and punches it down.
How about his defender? Just playing it safe. Didn't want to make a play on the ball or the man that time. The layup misses.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Outside Fournier. They grab their own miss. Here's Papanikolaou. Off target from outside.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
On Saturday, and then on Tuesday.
You hear this all the time, but a road trip is a great chance for a team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry matters a lot in the NBA, and a trip like this can bring a team together.
Got a piece of it. They retain possession. And he makes it. Vezenkov's got 11 points.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
The 3, James. Pass to Korkmaz. Inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Vezenkov. On the wing, Fournier. 1:25 left in the third. He drops it from range. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Outside, Brown. It's hauled in by Fall. Right side, Fournier. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Give him 8.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's James. Blocked! Fast break. Here we go. For the lead. The shot by Vezenkov. No good.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. And there's James from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
After sinking 1 triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
Check by James. Pass to Vezenkov. From the top of the key. The shot that time not on target.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Corneli. Diallo right side. It's good.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Diallo's got 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. to Dorsey. Here's Peters. And a strong finish with two hands.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Evans. He nails it, and we're tied.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Calathes. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Substitution for the away team. Number 94.
Here's Evans. Pass to Dorsey to take the lead. And he lays it up and in.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Akobo to win the run. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Evans, that's good.
They're really working the paint now.
Evans has gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Fournier against Diallo. Driving inside, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Here's Evans. Uses the glass on the layup.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
Here's Akobo. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
To the right side. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. Evans, that's good. Evans has got 11 points here in the second half.
Oh, it looks like somebody came out this half on a mission. And his intensity on offense, it's been fun to watch.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Certainly some pressure on those free throws, but he still delivered.
Pass to Akobo. 4-3. He buries it from 3. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Here's Fournier, and that one good.
Nothing in the game's quite as smooth as a finger roll. Great finish right there.
Diallo against Fournier to the wing, right side. Here's Matajunas. Now here's Diallo. Pass to Akobo. 5 to shoot. .55 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Second chance effort. No good on the layup. Here's Evans. There's a screen. And he buries it.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Akobo to the left side wing. Here's Matajunas. And he sinks it. Oh, a tremendous three! We're tied!
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Pass to Evans. Oh, off target! Time expires! We're going to overtime! We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Here's Vezinkov. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First team foul.
Now, here is James. Defense is right there. To the inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Over to the left wing. Here's Vezinkov. Three-pointer. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending. I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
2 minutes remaining overtime. 2 minutes.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
He's not going to let this game get away from them. He's going to get to the bucket and get them points.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the and one.
It's stolen by James. Kick out to Brown. Back to James. Fires the three. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Pass to Fournier. Looking to end the run. That one's good. Nothing but net. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Fournier's gone 6 of 8. Here's James. Comes up empty down low. And here is Fournier. And it's good. 2 points. Fournier's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
It's James on the wing. Beyond the arc. The shot by Fournier, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
James outside. James can't get that one to fall. And they're running. Check by James. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Vezinkov. Missed it! Here's Korkmaz. Yes!
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
And so they get the victory here at home. It was touch and go there.